Grendel. Do you know Grendel? I know Grendel. Dark Horse Comics has come out with a new Grendel title. It is a limited one, limited to four series. It's called the Devil's Crucible Sedition. And I read Grendel when I was a teenager. And so, you know how it is. There's always a few characters where I know that character. I used to be into that character. And so they'll save that little space in your brain and they come back and it kind of tickles that itch or gives you the dopamine or whatever happens up in your brain. And so, anyways, just like The Last Starfighter, this was cool for nostalgia. I, to be honest, don't really recall that much about the character Grendel or the books that I read, and I've got maybe, I don't want to say a whole short box of Grendel, but I've probably got like half a short box of Grendel books. And so the only thing I remember about Grendel is Grendel is both can be in the stories either male or female. And so for a time period, I've got a bunch of books where you've got this more muscular, obvious male figure, and then I've got these other books where it looks just like this female form on the cover of this one. And so I think, and also after reading this book, I think that it's like a generational character, or it's something, a mantle that is passed down. Exactly how, I couldn't tell you. So it makes me, after getting through this book, it makes me want to go back and just kind of read a couple of the titles that I have and see if I can kind of refresh my memory. But the art starts off well enough, but then I kind of felt like the more the book progressed, the art kind of got a little lazy and too cartoonish. Like this is all fine. This is all, and then it's just like farther we get into the book, it just seems like quality starts to go down on some of these characters. Oops, I just posted some boobies. And so, anyways, I don't want to say it's exactly like Dead Man, but it kind of reminded me of Dead Man, how the art is very two dimensional. Kind of reminds me of Beavis and Butthead. This is not exactly that, but some of these pages, like some of these other characters are just like kind of, I don't know. It's just kind of like throwaway stuff. It's just like filler material that needed to get done really quick. I also need to bring up the paper quality on these covers. It's worse than Marvel. So it's really wavy, as you can see, as if like it's sat out and got moisture, and then was brought in the next day or something. So image is got a little bit better paper, and then depending on the book, like Corpse Night, they use a thicker stock, like as if it's a cover A. I'm sorry, a variant cover over a cover A, like DC does. It's like that type of paper. So this right away, I was like, oh man, need to iron that book, need to press it. Oh my god. And it's not just the cover; it kind of transfers into the book. So yeah, paper quality's, it is what it is. I really liked the story, and right off the bat, they introduce Grendel. There's no waiting around, and it's the female form as on the cover, but then the male form appears, and so there's something interesting happening. And I don't know if that means there's going to be more Grendels, if there's a multiverse of Grendels, but so far I'm in it for issue one, and this is by Matt Wagner, Brennan Wagner. So I don't know if these are gentlemen that have worked on the title in the past or not. Let's see who else is involved in the book. Let me get it out of the glare. Created, written, and drawn by Matt Wagner. Colors by Brennan Wagner. Letters by Steve Dutro. We got more of the Wagner boys, the Wagner brothers. And then we got all these other people. And then down here they put all the grips and lighting text and all that stuff, makeup and costume. Right. Okay. So, anyways, I felt like I owed Grendel a spotlight since I forgot it on my last Talking Comics Off the Table. And so there you go. There's my review of this new Grendel series. I liked the first issue. Some of the artwork could have been a little bit better, but overall, I enjoyed it. If you've read Grendel titles in the past, I would imagine you're going to enjoy it too. So pick it up. Support the indie titles. I'm trying to read more indie titles, and yeah, there's good stories. There's good stories. There's good art. That's what we're after. So that's my review. Thanks for tuning in to Comic Community Notes. As always, like, subscribe, and share. All is appreciated. All are welcome. And have a great day.